I am sick and tired of all these hot men on Once Upon a Time. I'm tired of it.
Vlog every damn day.
Hello Geomethians, welcome to the next episode review of Once Upon a Time. Today I'm going to be talking about the episode The Shepherd. I am torn between thinking that this is a filler episode and that this is an important episode, because part of it was very important to the overarching storyline, and then another huge part of it was like, what are we gonna do in between all these things? Let's like sew up some of our plot holes. In this episode, we learned a couple of different things. Rumpelstiltskin has involved himself in Prince Charming's life. Prince James, who was originally Prince James, actually died in a duel with like this creature that kind of looked like an orc, but I don't think it was an orc. And the king was talking with King Midas about getting riches, and James was supposed to get those riches and fight a dragon. Now, because James is dead, that makes this situation a little bit awkward, but Rumpelstiltskin showed up once again, and we found out that he actually found baby James and brought him to the king and the queen, who were not able to have their own baby. We also find out that baby James had a twin brother who is now living on a farm with his mother, and his father is dead. What happened is Rumpel went to the house and offered to take the baby away and would give them a little bit of peace within their farm and would help them out. And now baby James's brother, who is now adult James twin reformed, become the new Prince James. It's all very confusing because I don't know what to call the twin, and is now James, has left his farm to go help the king slay the dragon by pretending to be James, and in return the farm will have stability and his mom will be taken care of. So James goes up the mountain and kills the dragon, which was a really cool like CGI fight, but further driving Rumpel's original statement that all magic comes at a price. James is now being forced to marry King Midas's ugly daughter, who's kind of a bitch, Abigail, who we met in Snow Falls. Now, what was cool about this episode is that it ended where Snow Falls began. So it was a nice little bridging episode and kind of explained a little bit more, as well as where James's ring came from, which originally came from his mother. This ring grants true love to whoever wears it and creates a love bond. And so James is going to give this to his wife Abigail, who maybe that's why he actually loves her at some point. Yeah, but then he goes after Snow White, so it's all very ambiguous right now. There was something else that I forgot to say that I just remembered, is that Rumpel agreed to find the twin James and give him to the king in order to defeat the dragon in... what is the word? I lost it. His payment will be that the king will find the fairy godmother so that Rumpel can get the wand from her. So things are kind of starting to tie in together, and it's really cool. Now, in the human world, David has come home to his housewarming party where everybody in the town is, and his wife Catherine is like really upset that he can't remember her, and Regina's kind of getting involved in everything. David kind of starts leading Mary Margaret on and tells her that whoever originally loved Catherine no longer loves her, and he wants to be with Mary Margaret now, which is all very sad and upsetting for both characters, because Mary Margaret was led on and led to believe that David wanted to be with her, and Catherine is now heartbroken. But Regina muddles things up, I guess. Maybe it wasn't muddling, because even though Snow White and the prince are supposed to be together, that doesn't say that cheating is okay, because technically David was with Catherine before he realized that he loved Mary Margaret, and so I think that it is only noble that he stays with his wife until he decides he doesn't want to be with her anymore. But it was just all a very complicated thing again, and I feel like this show is continuing to prove that it is so convoluted. But watching it and immersing yourself into it is not convoluted. But trying to rehash it and to spit it back up is like really confusing and meshy and there's like all these twisties in it that make it very confusing to talk about because there's so many things that are all layered and meshed in together. Basically, in the end though, David realizes that he actually does love Catherine and that he can't be with Mary Margaret, at least for right now. So they have broken it off, and Mary Margaret is left in a bar with Dr. Whale, who offers to buy her a drink, and she says that he can buy her too, and I feel like they're gonna start hooking up or something. I really liked this episode on so many different levels. I think that it's really doing a great job at bridging different story arcs together and like looping things together, and I think it's really cool that all of these stories are like meshing together in like this cool thing. And I think it's so crazy that Rumpel is involved in so much of it. And again, I do not think that this is a show about Snow White and the Queen. This is a show about Rumpelstiltskin, to be completely honest in my opinion. Emma and Henry were so not present in this episode, but I loved how much Mary Margaret there was in this episode, and I feel like they're kind of developing her character a little bit more than just like this boring school teacher who is kind of boring. Redundancy proves a point. I'm not a huge fan of Abigail / Catherine. Like, I feel like the show is not doing anything to make me like her. Like, I want to feel bad for her and I want to feel like something for her, but I feel like they try to make her out to be the bad guy because she's not supposed to be the one that ends up with Prince Charming / David, which I think is so sad because cheating is wrong. But I just feel like they're not doing anything to make me want her and David to be together. Like, I don't know how to explain this, but I feel like they're not doing good. Maybe that's the point though. Maybe the point is to convince the audience to not like her so that you are that much happier when David and Mary Margaret get together, because they're like the OTP of this show. Let's just be honest. But overall, I really liked this episode. I thought it was really good, and I am looking forward to continuing on and seeing more future episodes. But I will see you guys all next week with another review from this show, and I will see you guys tomorrow with another video. And hopefully I'll be uploading some extra stuff tonight if I don't fall asleep before they get uploaded, because there's some stuff that are days old that need to be put up that never got put up, and I am so sorry. But have a wonderful night. Peace out. You think I'm out.